Have you ever wondered what the most powerful force in the world is? The answer might be closer to you than you think.
Once, a poor stonecutter, dissatisfied with his life, continuously wished to become something greater and more powerful: a wealthy merchant, a prince, the sun, a storm cloud, and a giant rock. Miraculously, every single wish he made was granted.
However, when he finally became a hard, immovable giant rock, he realized that the one who could chisel and break that very rock apart, the stonecutter, was actually the most powerful of all.
Only then did he realize that true strength and happiness lie within oneself. This is a beautiful story of how he happily and contentedly returned to his original life as a stonecutter. As usual, valuable life lessons are included at the end of the story.
The Stonecutter. Chok Sit Sama. Once upon a time in Japan, there lived a humble stonecutter.
Every day, he climbed the great mountain, toiling under the sun to cut blocks of stone to make a living.
One day, he visited the home of a wealthy merchant. Seeing the grand house and fine things, a pang of envy struck his heart.
He sighed and said, "If only I were as rich as this merchant, how wonderful life would be. I wouldn't have to work so hard."
The spirit of the mountain heard his wish and granted it. Instantly, he became a wealthy merchant, living in luxury.
But one afternoon, while enjoying his riches, he saw a prince passing by in a magnificent procession, surrounded by guards and shaded by golden parasols.
The stonecutter thought, "A prince has far more power than a mere merchant. If only I could be a prince."
Again, the mountain spirit granted his wish, and he became a mighty prince.
As a prince touring his kingdom, the scorching summer sun beat down on him.
Sweating and exhausted, he looked up and thought, "Even a prince cannot defy the heat of the sun. The sun is much more powerful. I wish to be the sun."
And just like that, he became the blazing sun.
He proudly shone his fierce rays upon the earth, drying up the fields.
But suddenly, a huge dark cloud rolled in, completely blocking his light.
"What?" he exclaimed. "A cloud can hide the sun? Then the cloud is the most powerful. I wish to be a cloud."
So he became a storm cloud. As a cloud, he poured down heavy rain. Rivers overflowed and floods washed everything away.
But amidst the raging waters, one giant mountain rock stood firm and unmoved.
He realized, no matter how hard it rains, the great rock remains unchanged. The rock is truly the strongest of all. I want to be that rock.
His wish was granted once more. Now, as the immovable giant rock, he finally felt invincible.
But soon he heard a steady sound at his feet. Clack, clack, clack. He felt a sharp pain as small pieces of his stone body chipped away.
Looking down, he saw a man with a chisel and hammer breaking him apart. It was a stonecutter.
In that very moment, the truth dawned on him. The most powerful force wasn't the sun, the cloud, or the rock. It was the human being who could shape his own destiny.
Realizing his own true worth, he asked to be returned to his original form. From that day on, he lived happily and contentedly as a stonecutter, proud of who he was.
Life lessons. 1. The illusion of the grass is greener. Contentment. Constantly comparing yourself to others leads to an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. True happiness comes from appreciating what you have right now, rather than always yearning for what someone else possesses.
2. Your inherent value and strength, self-worth. You do not need to be someone else to be powerful or important. Just like the stonecutter who eventually realized he was the most powerful force of all, everyone has their own unique strengths, skills, and value in this world.
3. The power to shape your own destiny. Human agency. Real power isn't about controlling others or being an untouchable force of nature. True power is the ability to work hard, shape your own life, and find purpose in your daily actions. You are the master of your own fate.
Thank you for spending time with us for this story. To keep enjoying stories that touch your heart, please like and subscribe to Story for Life.
I look forward to seeing you again in our next story.